Hi, good morning or good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching. I'm Mary Preenon, the author of I'm Lazy and I Love to Eat. And welcome to another edition of Phat Chat, the show that's all about healthy lifestyles. Today's guest is really interesting. Let me tell you all about Jessica Hotch. Jessica is the owner of Moxie Mallas. She's coming up to us from Minnesota, correct?
Yeah.
And she's also been a yoga teacher for 10 years. Jessica holds a degree in apparel design, and what originally started out as gifts for family and friends has now blossomed into a collection of meaningful jewelry for the person who wants what they wear to be an intentional reflection of their journey. As for yoga, what started out as a simple curiosity has transformed into a deep love for the yogic path. What she loves about the practice is that it's unique for each individual. And Jessica is also a 500 RYT instructor certified through the Divinati School of Yoga and Wellness. She's also the mother of two beautiful boys. That's great. A wife, yogi, gardener, artist, and I love this, biker chick. All right, Jessica.
Surprise. Yeah.
She loves to try anything once, meeting new people and enjoying a day in the garden. Well, Jessica, thank you. You are quite the interesting lady, and thank you for being on my show.
Yeah, definitely a little eclectic, right?
Yeah. Well, I first found out about Jessica with an article that she had written called Making Waves, and it's all about crystals and their healing powers and how they work and how she works with them. So Jessica, just tell us a little bit how you got started with this and what it is about crystals that's so inviting to people.
Absolutely. So I originally started creating the malas and bracelets as gifts for friends. And so people were noticing that I was making them and seeing pictures of them online, and they were interested in having meaningful gifts for their friends as well. And what really drew me to creating the jewelry specifically with stones and crystals versus some other medium is the energy behind the stones and the crystals, and how having a piece that is beautiful can also be energetically supportive and meaningful.
That's great. I mean, I think we've all heard a lot about it, and people are very curious as to how it works. Can you give us an example of maybe some specific crystals and what their powers are?
Yeah, absolutely. It's an interesting question. And I love when people ask me, so what do you do? And I say, I create crystal energy jewelry. They're like, what?
What?
Yeah. What is that? Yeah. So how we use crystals in order to help balance our energy is that our energy is very light and it dances with our mind, right? So our mind follows our energy follows our mind. And with stones and crystals, their energy is one pure vibration. And everything is vibration. And in our body, we have different energy centers that have these different tones and these different vibrations that line up with the stones and crystals. So what we're looking for is something called entrainment. When you bring two vibrations or rhythms near each other and then they synchronize. So we're looking to use this crystalline or crystal vibration to help balance our vibration and bring it back to that center point. And with the bracelets and the malas, what I've done is created specific intentions by using specific stones and crystals to help balance different energy centers. For example, the heart chakra. So the love bracelet is it has rose quartz and rhodonite in it. So rose quartz is the universal stone of love. And if you're looking to start a crystal collection, absolutely start with rose quartz because it always goes back to love. So we have rose quartz, and then rhodonite is a stone of self-love and forgiveness. And then crystal quartz is a universal amplifier of energies. So when we combine these three stones, we get a really specific intention of love and to help support loving energies in our life.
It sounds like that this study of crystals and what they bring to us is goes back many years. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
probably
Mhm.
thousands of years.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
how did people? I'm just wondering, and maybe you know that first discover this? Just like trial and error with just trying different crystals and seeing what type of energy it brought to them?
Yeah, and back like when in the practice of Reiki and energy medicine, everything has energy, right? And so these people that have been the energy masters for thousands of years are combining the crystals that are going to align with the different energy centers. Mhm.
And do you have a physical store? Or are you online?
I'm online at moxiemalas.com. Mhm.
Okay. And you must work with, because I did read your article in I believe it was Day Spa magazine.
Mhm.
You must work with a lot of spas.
Yes, I do a lot in the spa industry, and I'm a member of the Spa Industry Association. And so we do a lot of trade shows with spas and salons. And I think the reason why it aligns so well with spas is when you're at a spa, you're really there to rejuvenate, right? And practice
Mhm.
self-care and healing. And the jewelry aligns with those practices of self-care, self-awareness, and nurturing and things like that.
Do you recommend like different, like for different treatments, say like a massage, what type of crystals might go with that, or for a facial, or maybe somebody's having like reflexology?
Mhm.
Do you,
Yeah, I think what's interesting about that is there are so many different intentions. Like, what is your intention behind the massage? What kind of massage are you doing?
Mhm.
Like, let's say you're doing an overall balancing chakra massage, right? So you're trying to align all the energy centers and overall wellness and rejuvenation. I would say using 7 different crystals would work because you could align each of the 7. So you could have like an obsidian or smoky quartz for the root chakra, carnelian for the second, tiger eye for the third. Fourth is that rose quartz, beautiful stone. Throat chakra could be like a wonderful sodalite. Third eye could be amethyst, and the crown could be a clear crystal quartz. And so, what you would do in your massage then is when they're laying there, maybe at the end or something, when you're finished, you can give them a little bit of time where you lay the crystals on them, right? Either face up or face down. But always ask too if someone is sensitive to crystals, because some people, like, I can't have tiger eye by me because I'll get a headache. Like, it's
Really
interesting. Yeah.
interesting. Now,
Mhm.
just for people that don't know what chakras are, could you just explain that briefly? Because there
Yeah.
may be some people that don't know where that is.
People are like, what is that word she's saying? Yeah. So we have thousands of energy centers in our body, and we have 7 main ones up the center of our spine or the center column of our body. And these are called chakras. And each one has a different color, element, sound, vibration, and they each represent a different area of our life. And so when we're looking at what is out of balance in our lives, like maybe where we need more love or maybe we need a little more creativity, we can look into these different chakras or energy centers and look to balancing each of those.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And do you find that people have an immediate reaction with a crystal, or does it take them time to wear, like if they're wearing like a bracelet or something, does it take time, or does it differ with each person?
I think it differs with each person. It depends on how sensitive you are to energy and how aware you are of the energy that's around you. Because, like with our meditation and our yoga practice, it's just that it's a practice. So, the more that you're working with those subtle energies in your life, the more sensitive that you would be to stones and crystals for sure. Otherwise, there's some people who are unaware and they're highly sensitive. And then,
Okay.
they're in a situation where, like, what is happening?
Well,
Yeah.
that's interesting what you said, that what was a tiger eye, that's something that gives you a headache.
Tiger eye. Yeah.
That's really interesting that you would have, such a immediate reaction like that.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
work with stones and crystals every day, all day. I mean, it's my full time what I do. And so I can be very sensitive to different subtle energies for sure.
Now, do you work with, clients just within the US, or is your business international?
Right now it's the US and Canada.
Hmm.
Yeah. Haven't crossed the pond yet.
Oh, you haven't crossed the pond.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it seems like what you do, I mean, we've all gone into like different, boutiques or stores and seen like little, crystals, but it seems like what you do is unique, and that this is your whole business is just revolving around crystals.
Yeah, absolutely. And more specifically, creating different intentions based on the combinations of the stones and crystals. Traditionally, it's been all one crystal that you would be working with and that one energy. But when we're trying to pinpoint something specific in our life, it's good to bring in multiple different stones to get sort of those little nuances and pinpoint what you're working on.
So people could, if they wanted to order, they could ask for something custom designed for them, or do you have already, um, specific energies? Maybe like you said, they're looking for love, or maybe they're looking for balance or patience.
Yeah. I have a wide variety already designed on the website. I think we have over 70 styles. So
Wow.
there's a lot to choose from on the website. I offer custom bracelet workshops. So you can come on, and it's via Zoom right now, obviously, which is great actually, because I have a broader audience through Zoom
Oh
than in
yeah,
person.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I teach about creating intention and purpose in your day to day, what the chakras are, right? What stones and crystals can support all of those energies. And then we tap into our intuition. I talk about a couple other yogic philosophies. And then at the end, you fill out a Google form and I send you a custom bracelet at the end of that.
No, that sounds really interesting. Sounds like a lot of fun too.
Yeah, it is fun. I really like it.
And do you still teach yoga?
I do for special retreats and occasions.
Mhm. And you
Yeah.
practice that a lot?
Yeah. Yeah, I practice that every morning. Mhm.
Do and I was going to a place, and of course, with the virus, everything closed down, and I kind of missed that because I'm finding myself, I'm not that young, um, that now I feel like when I get up in the morning, I'm like, oh, I feeling kind of like, where did
Little
that
stiff.
ache and pain come from? Or if I'm sitting for a while, I'm too stiff.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I found
Yeah.
that when I was doing the yoga, I was much more, you know, uh, free of these little aches and pains.
Absolutely. The flexibility that comes with it. Mhm.
And do you
Yeah.
do you teach online at all for the yoga or?
No, I don't. Maximala's is quite a commitment.
I'm sure it
So
is right
yeah,
now.
so I don't have any regular classes on a schedule, but I do teach like in January I do a 3-day retreat and I teach yoga every day during that, and we do a fall retreat as well. So there's definitely opportunities. And then if there's a special occasion, like I've had bachelorette parties where I come and
Oh,
I
okay.
do like a bracelet workshop and then I teach yoga and stuff too. So yeah,
And you create all of the designs yourself.
I do. Mhm.
Wow, that's an awful
Yeah,
lot of work. That's an awful
it is.
lot.
It is. I mean, I design them, but I have a team of makers in Minnesota. So I'm not hand stringing everything anymore. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I was gonna say you'd be
Yeah.
working like 24/7, right?
I would be. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
I mean, I think it's really interesting the different, qualities of all these crystals when we learn about them. And I mean, one of my favorite is amethyst. I'm just looking at the article here, and that's
Yeah.
my favorite color is purple, and I love amethyst. What kind of energy does that have?
Amethyst is interesting because it's a master healer crystal. So it is supportive in on all levels, mind, body, spirit, all 7 chakras. It's very soothing, very calming and healing. So it brings about this inner peace and this emotional balance with it.
Hmm.
And it's also a stone of sobriety, which is an interesting little story that goes behind that.
Hmm. See, I picked a good one. That's my favorite
It's fantastic.
color.
Yeah.
Well, we,
Yeah.
we have a few minutes left, and I just wanted to find out a little bit more. One of the things in your bio piqued my curiosity about the biker. So
Yes.
tell me about the biker. I
I'm
think
a biker chick. I know people, I teach yoga, meditation, and crystal healing, and I ride a motorcycle.
I know it's like, wait a minute, that doesn't fit the profile. So
I know, right? So my husband is he's huge into motorcycles. He does custom motorcycles as a side business and
oh
really
wow.
specializes in antique bikes and older like 60s and 70s bikes. And so we both ride and I love it. I have a Yamaha Bolt 950. It's a 2017.
Great. And where
Yeah.
do you go on like long rides, or do you follow like all these biker conventions and event? Well, I guess that they've had to curtail that because of the virus, but
Yeah, everything has been curtailed. But yeah, we rode out to Sturgis. That's 3 years ago, I think.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
Yeah, but we have 2 little boys, so we don't get too many long trips, especially
Do
together.
you have, how old are your children?
They're 5 and 7.
Oh, do you ever put them on the bike with you, or is it,
No.
too dangerous? Yeah.
No way. So my husband races dirt bikes, and, we have little 50cc dirt bikes for our boys, so we ride
Great.
around our yard, but
Oh,
that's it for them. Yeah.
great. Well, Jessica, thank you. I really enjoyed speaking with you,
Thank
and
you.
it was always an education when I do these, because I always like to find out about the different subjects and different ways that we can still maintain our health and our sanity.
Yeah.
And why don't you give out the website again, and we'll put it at the end credits so people
Okay.
can find out about you.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Okay, and just what is it again? Your website?
Oh, yep, it's Moxie, Moxie, Malas, Malas.com.
Okay, great. All
Mhm.
right. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Jessica Hutch of
thank you.
Moxie Mellis in Minnesota. Hey, that's 3 M's there.
I know.
And thank you all for watching. I'm Mary Preenon, author of I'm Lazy and I Love to Eat. And this has been Phat Chat. And I will see you again next week.